All right, getting the chat pulled up here. Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome to another Build and Chill live stream Q&A. Today, I'm going to be building the Cryptid Hunter's cabin from, well, minus the decorations. We'll be building the structure of the Cryptid Hunter's cabin. And I'll be making a small improvement to it while I'm at it. I'm just going to take a walk around here and memorize the layout before heading over to my test camp. Let's see. Front porch. Hey, Madness. Good to see you made it in this time. Alright, I'm starting a little later than usual. Well, right about the same time as I did last week. Yep. Okay. Alright, so let's take a step inside. Shift over a quarter. And then the floor in here is the checkered, and then over here we've got red. Okay, got it reversed. I think this was, okay, pallet wood. Of course, I'll probably run back over to this camp as I'm building the other one for references. Alright, I think I got a pretty good idea of what's going on the inside. Now let me head to the roof. Okay. Now this is what I'm going to change on the cabin that we're going to build. I'm going to change out this front bit to the clean A-frame that I showcased in the Quick Tricks video earlier. So we're going to change that out. And everything else is going to stay the same. Goes like that. Okay. Alright, I think I got it memorized. Let's head over to the test camp. Good afternoon. Wasteland, how are you doing today? Let's see here. Just going to activate test camp. And we're going to fast travel over. So, earlier this morning as I was kind of prepping for this live stream, I laid out the foundations for this camp. So we can just kind of jump right in to building the walls and the roof and everything. Try to save a little time and effort. Once you have the foundation laid out, it kind of goes pretty quickly. Hey, kitty cat. Don't unplug me. All right. Okay. What's up, Rob? Good to see you today. Okay, so the Cryptid Hunter's cabin. Fairly simple layout. So I've got okay, Macchiato, go go on. Oh, he's all up on the microphone. He's getting up here. Hey, kitty. You distract me. Go on now. Alright. So let's go ahead and replace this over to the red. And then replace this over to the checkered. What? What is it, kitty? And checkered here and here. Oh. One of the rotations is off on this. Let me go to a different floor type. There we go. Oh yeah, this one was pallet wood. Oh, get off my microphone? You want to get off my microphone? Huh? Come here. Oh, what kind of carpet is that? Red stringy one. Red stringy. Oh, it's one of the white spring carpets, I think. Can't remember which bundle it came in. I'd have to look it up on the Atom Shop. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so now that the floor's changed out, the interior layout, if you want to start from the center, is a kitty cat. Come on, give me some space. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's a 2x4 along the center, and then to the left side you've got a 1x3 lined out to the front, and then to the right you've got a 1x2 set up in the center. Pretty simple. Alright, so the structure of the Cryptid Hunter's cabin. Let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to be using shack walls on this one, but I'm going to be building it with barn on the front real quick, just so I can do the roof. Cat, you're killing me today. You're killing me. You're killing me, kitty. Oh. I don't know why Bethesda has... I don't know. I don't know why they do the things they do with the build system. It's like major oversights with a lot of things. It's like, oh, we got all the bases covered. Well, what about valleys? What about a 3 wide or a 5 wide or these other roof sizes that we'd want to do? What about those? I should have just shifted that over instead of tearing it down. Oh well. So let's come on out here and do the roof. Now, as I noted in my video that I put out, the wall merge trick here, when you get your foundation starting off from a higher point, you actually have to go down instead of going up when you're shifting the height. Because, well, let me pull this down here. When I try to go up from here, notice it turns red because it's too high. So you actually gotta go in the reverse direction. And then from here, probably not here, I might have to go even lower. Goodness. Okay. So from there, when we're building up the shack, we gotta put in a half wall on the bottom, then the full wall, and then I'll be so amazed if I got that first try. I don't think I did, but let's see if I get it first try. Holy cow, I got it first try. No way. Right on. Alright, so that was surprising. So, from here, we're going to put a full wall on this end. We're going to move this guy out of the way. And then go to our roofs. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's 1 and 2. Jump up. Walls. How's that going to snap? What? Okay. Well, disregard the whole flipping thing that I did in my video, because apparently it works without having to do a flip. I'll be darned. Well, I probably could have just saved myself 30 seconds of video explanation when I was making that video. Okay, so yeah, just that's interesting. Okay, so you don't even need to do the roof flip. Go figure. Yeah, those sneaky barn walls, they'll surprise you every time. I should have checked to see if it would let me snap in a different wall type the same way that those barn walls just went in. Oh, wow. Alright, so now let's let's get the offset back where it needs to be. Come on, go in. And let's see, from here, going down with it. So, we're going to put in, yeah, we'll do it this way. It might work, should work. Like that, and then I got to build up a flamethrower trap to go up there and break that. Which, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Make it a little easier to hit. Don't have one stored. Or do I? I do. Bring this in. Come on. And it's not high enough anyway, so I'm going to have to raise it up. Go figure. Alright. And I thought I had another bookcase in stored. I guess I don't. Catch up with chat for a second. Reasonable man, I decided to flip mine. Yeah, so did I. Whenever I first, when I first figured out the trick, that one night I wouldn't go in unless it did a flip. Yeah. Would you be able to accomplish the same peak with the garage door beneath? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not. Totally doable. Alright. And then delete that. Put that in. Repair that. Good to go. Delete these. Now let's get our porches back out. Okay, shifted this one over, so just bring it back like this. Come on. And then this one right here. Indeed. It's a good spot. It really is. Alright, so that's in. So let's go ahead and dress this up. So we have that one there. Do a bit of a mix match on this. Because we're just going to do a little patchwork on this guy. That should stick out on the bottom. Yeah, it does. We're going to make this one industrial. Do this one in the shack. This one industrial. This one like that. Ooh, that looks even better than the original. I like that. That looks good. Alright, now this one, what we're going to do is we're going to make this a solid wall. We're going to go to our displays. Come on. Don't be difficult now. Shift 1 to the right just a little bit. And then... yeah, that'll work. Open it, and yep, looks good. Looks good. So there's the boarded up shutters window thing. So, here's what we got so far. Now, on the Cryptid Hunter cabin, we... oh, wait, you know what? I kind of messed up. I've got to put wallpaper on this, because when I put wallpaper on, it's going to delete the the display racks that I put on there, so I need to wallpaper it up before... so this one actually had this wallpaper in this room, which there's a double roof over that. Okay. Now, I can't remember exactly how I did the walls on the inside. I think they were doubled. Doubled with the barn walls on the inside. Fairly certain I had double barn doorways. Wallpaper. Like that. And then on the inside of this one, we got this to match that. Exterior wall on the side, I think I had an industrial wall. And then on the bottom side here, I had a junk wall put up against it. Defenses. I think it might have been this one. Okay. Now, go ahead and do half wall. No, don't wallpaper it. What's up, Tristan? Finally covering the Cryptid Hunter cabin that you've been at me for so long to give you a tutorial on. So, doing that today. Right, then we need, I think it was these overarches right here. My memory might be wrong, but that's okay if it is. And then this wallpaper on that. Place to the flat. Pull it out. Flat. Take that out. Is that in the right spot? Yeah, it's in the right spot. Then we need a double wall. If I can find the darn double wall I'm after. Barn wall. Alright. Is that? My eye is watering. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is try to get the offset wall in. And as I suspected, I'm going to have to pull out the floor. Pull out the floor temporarily, and the wall should go in no problem. Come on, don't jump. Replace. And this is going to go to the stored. And stairs. I think it was these ones. Could be wrong. Not sure. And going to go ahead and layer in our upper floor here. Come on. There we go. Floor's in. Hopefully, I can get the roof in with no issue. That's a potential issue, but hopefully it's not a big one. Now with the custom A-frame, where you drop it down, there is a small chance whenever you're building walls from the standard height, you might have poke through on the roof because you've dropped it down lower. Even though it's a clean straight line, the way Bethesda has everything measured out, for everything to come together at the same heights. Say if I was building up from the very center right here and going straight up, well, I guess it won't matter too much. But anyways, because a standard, your wall would actually end up like right here. And then if you were to put in another one, you'd have to drop down the wall and do a merge if you wanted to have it go all the way to the roof. Otherwise, it would shoot up through the middle. But anyways. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start out. I'm going to go ahead and get the roof in. At least this roof, the centerpiece. I'm going to wait on the outer edge because I'm going to put in a fireplace right here with a chimney. So we're going to just do... where's my roofs? What am I doing? Wouldn't it be so nice if it would just snap in? It intersects with a... Gosh. Bethesda, just give us a toggle that lets us ignore collision. Make it not exist. I mean, they just did that on No Man's Sky. Let's get that on this game. You really going to let No Man's Sky outdo you? Alright. Let's trigger that. And roof. Come on. There we go. That's in. Now, there's no need to put in a double wall right here. So we're just going to do the one on the exterior side. Well, not exterior, but interior side. And we're going to wallpaper that up while we're here. Perfect. Somehow I feel like I've already messed up, but you know what? If I did, that's okay. We're going to build it better. We're just going to build it better. If I remember right, we had... and then an industrial window right here. And then we had an actual A-frame right here. Kind of came up like that over, and this actually came back this way. I'm probably going to step off. Let's just jump over here. Catch up with chat real quick. Alright, so Mr. Psycho Badger, good to see you today. Wish we got half walls and half floors. That would make life easier. Also, you looking forward to the Fallout Worlds? Yeah, there's a lot of potential with Fallout Worlds, for sure. Totally looking forward to that. Alright, and I think back here, maybe I'm... Okay, yeah, this came all the way across. It was 3 across here. And then above this, we've got another... Oof. If. This is going to be fun to build up and float. So, right here, I remember right. I may have to go back to the other camp for reference on that to see what I did on this front bit right here. I can go ahead and repair this roof. I don't need that broken anymore. So, let's walk out front and take a look at what we got so far. Darn, that's looking good. Really like the way the A-frame looks on this with all the cobbled together parts. That looks really good. Really like that. Alright, I think this wall had... Can't remember how many windows I had on this room. Or if it was 2 or 1. I feel like it might have been 2. I don't know. I know the back was solid. Likely, this was probably industrial. But I don't remember. And then... shack wall here. Then... I think I had 2 windows. I know there was a defensive wall kind of catty-cornered in right here. Just go ahead and... like so. Something similar to that. Okay. And we had likely an industrial doorway here. If I can go the right direction. What's up, Ghost Wolf? And Shadow Dragon, how are you doing today? Thanks, Wasteland. It's always fun trying to figure out how you're going to bring the top of a camp together in any build. It's always a challenge, to say the least. Okay, let's see. So this bit right here, what I need to do is I need to go ahead and put in a roof, and then I have to burn it out. Come on, jump up there. Jump up there. I have to burn out this roof because... let's see. Stored. Flamethrower. Where is it? Here it is. So, I'm going to burn out this roof because I got to actually double layer a roof up right here. Let's see. Store that. Okay. So now, I'm going to go right here and then turn this long ways. Like so. And this, which I'm going to leave this one up for now, because what we need to do is we've got to cover up this gap. Now there's a lot of different things you can do to cover this gap, different items you can use. I feel like I might have made an oopsie with this being in here, but we're going to work through it. Hopefully I can get it to go in. What I'm going to go do, I'm going to try to burn. I wonder if I can sit this on these stairs. Of course it won't. That's okay. We'll build them in bookcases. So let me see. Stored. Get a bookcase. Get the flamethrower wherever it has went. Where the heck? Okay, it went up. Go figure. It jumped. Love it when that happens. So let's stack it over here where it won't jump. You're welcome, Shadow Dragon. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and burn this out. Am I missing it? I'm missing it. Let's just scoot it over just a little bit. Alright, cool deal. Hopefully, with that burned out, I'll be able to put something in here. Now, I'm not going to make it identical to the original, because the original, it had a, which maybe I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm going to do this. There's a lot of ways you can fill this gap. Let's see, defenses. One way would be to use a couple of these, or even these. But I tell you, I'm just going to do it exactly as I did in the original. Blah, blah, blah. Tongue-tied. Okay, floor decor. Let's get some floor decor. Go to the bars. And what I'd used on the other one was these counters right here. I just brought them in and lined them up right in here. Had a stack of 3 or 4. And we'll find out here in a second. Let's go ahead and toggle snapping off so these will just free stack, I hope. Maybe it was just 3. Yep. 2 and 3. Bring them over. Wonder if I have to do any drop merges. Nope. Perfect height. Good deal. So here's... Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Go figure. Okay. Okay. Alright, not the end of the world. We'll go ahead and scrap that. I can get another one back in, no problem. I hope. I hope. Alright, and this guy... Alright. Let's catch up for a second here. Malachi. Hey, StoleYaSweetroll, do you have real-life construction experience? Just wondering, because I'm a 20-year carpenter, and I feel like it really helps me in my camp building designs. Years ago, when I was 16, I got a job with my older brother. He's a contractor now. He does his own... He's been a carpenter his whole life. I worked with him for about 6 years when I was 16. So from 16 to 22, I built houses with him on the beach. And then I moved on to an electrician's apprentice. And then when the housing market kind of dipped really bad back in the early 2000s, I worked retail for a bit. And then I got a job in the coal mines and moved up here to West Virginia. And that's kind of where I've been since. Alright. So, let's bring the other one over. Okay, here we go. Bring this one. Alright, let's get this in here. That'll do. Yeah, that should hopefully work out. What's going to be interesting is getting the walls in. I may have to burn these out. I'll probably have to burn these out to get the walls in. Quit jumping back. I wish I could just... It's one thing that aggravates me about this game is if you just want to make a fine adjustment to anything, it won't let you. So you have to like move it a long ways and then shift it into position. But yeah, here we go. That's in. So with that in, I can go ahead and repair that and replace it back down. It's a little shimmery. I should have made it higher. Okay, it's not letting me change over, so I'm going to have to go to my roofs. There we go. There we go. That's a bit shimmery, but don't stare at it too long. You might have a seizure. There is a way to fix that, though. I could I could shift it up a little bit higher. Wish they'd let us build what we want with no restrictions. I totally get you there. That would be nice. I wonder if what I'm probably going to have to do, because it's going to say, likely it's going to say intersecting. Oh, it didn't. Cool. Okay. I wonder how that's going to look. Well, it's not shimmering anymore. So I think we're going to call that a win. Oh, the only downside of that is, oof, there is a noticeable gap. Holy cow. Oh well. Let's not stare at that too long. It's not too bad. I guess I could live with it. Okay, so with that, okay, yeah, that'll hopefully work itself out. Let's see what walls we got. So we got the shack here. I could do industrial here and then go back to another shack wall here. Okay. So that wall went right in, no problem. And then we need 2 windows. Right here. And that can stay the way that is. That's fine. Now on the outer edge, we need one of these guys and one of these guys. Open up these windows. Let's see. Alright, coming together pretty good. I am definitely going to have to burn these roofs out to get the overlapping ones to go in, most likely. Let me check here. Maybe I'll get lucky again. I doubt it. But let's just see. Why is that working? I mean, I'm not complaining. But usually that doesn't work. Like, yeah, see? Intersecting object, but it just worked right there. What? Of course something's intersecting. I don't... Why did that one go in? Why did that go in? I don't have a clue. Oh, man. But that's... I really didn't need to put that in yet. Anyways, what I gotta do is gotta put the these walls in that are gonna be on this. So let's go ahead and get our half walls. And let me go down. Oh, and I gotta get this this arch back in. I forgot about that. That's gonna be fun. And yep, that's what I thought. I need to burn these out now to get the walls in above. Cool, 2 for 1. Awesome. That's exactly what I needed. Alright. Boy, that was loud in my ears. Alright, we got that in. Oh, man. This is no good. That's not good at all. So, I doubt this is gonna work. But I'm gonna have a bit of an issue here. And I need to go ahead and tie this to support so I can remove the wall from underneath it. But what's gonna happen here is I have a gut feeling when I go to put that arch back in, it's going to be colliding with this brick wall. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove the brick wall, and then we'll have to put in another brick. This is going to be fun. But you know what? Let's just try it and see if we can get it back in. And let's see here. Alright, let's see if I can get... I'll probably have to remove this floor, so I'm going to go ahead and shift. Shift the stairs over. Pull that back out. And... any advice for powered brick door? Can't put wallpaper on it and it looks horrible. Yeah, it does. And in that regard, sadly, no, I don't. I don't have any advice for it because I don't think there's really any way to get... Why won't you snap in to get wallpaper to go on it? Okay. Oh yeah, I can't remove that. Let's turn this. See if that's what was keeping me. Alright, let's just do it this way. Let's give ourselves another snapping point, maybe, to coax it in. It wants to go in. Can't... What do you mean it's floating? Floating my behind? Come on. Yeah, you can't have a camp build just go smoothly, can you? So what is keeping that from going in? Floating. Floating, it says. This one went in just fine. Let's see if that's what's keeping it. Come on. Okay, so it was the roof above that was keeping it from going in, even though this one went in just fine. How bizarre. Alright, so now let's see if we can get this arch to go in. And, yep, just as I suspected, it's not going to go. So now I got to store this. And then I have to put another one in somehow. Alright. So the whole build order thing's coming to bite me in the rear end, but that's alright. Oh no! Great. So these are... Okay. Alright. I see how it is. I see how it is, game. Oh, good God. So, I go to move this. It's going to tell me it's colliding with that. Seem to have myself a bit of a conundrum now. Let's try something. It's not going to work. It's not going to snap in. Come on. Okay. That idea is a bust. I know I can't, How in the hell did I get it to work originally? Let's jump back out here. This is an absolute mess. What was so organized at first has devolved into absolute chaos. Because it's... Give us a collision toggle. If we could just turn off collision, I wouldn't be having this issue. Now that's green. Go me. Come on, snap down. And it's not going to because there's a floor under it. If I move the floor, which is supporting my... which the floor is supporting the darn countertops. I wonder... I could resort... I wonder if I get them to be supported by this floor instead. That way I can scoot this floor out. Which means I'm going to have to undo that. And repair this bottom one. Repair that. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to shift it back. When I shift it back, it's going to give me issues with... Let me see if that's just enough to... And it's still not. It's still being supported by the other floor. I could do a conduit across. Put them on conduit, and then keep the conduit on this side. So if I remember right, in the other build I had a rug across here to hold to hide the seam. So I could just put the rug over top of the conduit. Somehow I feel like this is probably what I did. Possibly. I don't have a clue though. And that sounds so smart. How'd you do that? Oh, I don't know. The winds and the stars and everything just kind of came together and it worked out, you know? Alright. That looks like absolute trash. So you know what? Let's grab ourselves a pressure plate. You know what I actually could do? I could just pull this entire piece out real quick and do a minor drop merge to just drop that conduit down into... Come on, drop down just a little bit. And it never fails. There's vertibots up there. There we go. Just a small drop merge to get that flush and hide that conduit. There we go. Problem solved. Sort of. Maybe. For now. See if I can get the wall back in. What are you intersecting with? Nothing. Good. Pull this out. Catwalk. Get our wall back in. Intersecting object. Likely these guys. Let's burn them. Alright. With those burned and turned green. Oh. Would that really be it? I hope that's it. Now it's floating. Why? Why? This game. It's so finicky. It should... Why are you floating? Make it a solid wall. Okay. Alright, it's in. It's in. I'll take that as a win. Moving on. Unspecified error. Of course there was an unspecified error. There's always an error somewhere. Alright, over to the walls. Let's cycle through a few options here. That should fix said unspecified error. We'll re-wallpaper this. And we're bring this guy back over here. Wait, no, can't do that because there's no floor up there yet. Bring that back in. Yeah, replace the floors. Before I do that, I have to see, codependent because there's nothing over here to support. So delete from this end. Can't do that because that's supporting the arch. Flat. Replace to a flat. I can delete that out. Now, the barn wall, and we're going to double wall right here. 1 and 2. And we'll repair these. And repair this one. This one. Repair this. Replace back to a flat. Easy peasy. And I prematurely repaired those, I think, maybe. Yeah, intersecting. So I've got to burn that out again. All right. At least we're back on track and moving in the right direction. I can't lie, I was absolutely losing my crap. It's about to go nuts over this whole getting this room together. Come on, go to the right wall, you idiot. Repair this one. And this one. Alright. Okay, yeah, that can go in. Cool. Alright. So, the fireplace. This is the fun part. So, a couple steps to this one. So, first things first. Let's go ahead and build ourselves 2 lights. 2 of these guys. Gotta get the smoke coming out too. That's a whole nother fight. I don't know why I just lined those up perfectly, because the top one has to have a little bit of work done to it. Alright, good to hear, Tristan. But you got, well, not good to hear that you're in pain, but good to hear you got food. That's where it's at. Some munchies. Alright. So, how am I going to do this? I know how I did it originally, but I'm going to do it slightly different. So let's get one of these guys. And then let's get one of these guys. Gonna need support. I really hate putting the darn smoke. I really wish I had like a small item that we could build that emitted smoke vertically. Kind of like the smoke machine, but going up instead. Alright. Let's see. Got that like that. What can I do to put smoke in this? Normally, I use this guy and drop merge him down in. He doesn't want to go on. Add a Z axis to rotate on. You know, that would be fun to be able to flip things upside down. So you see it all over the place in this game where the devs, they took Like, and then in the silos, you can see like the round TV. Which one? This one right here. They scale it up in size, and they flip it upside down, and they hang it from the ceilings. See it some of the different silos and military places and whatnot in this game. Control centers. Alright, so. Well, we got a mess over there. Well, we got to get a chimney in to finish the look. In order to do that, I got a lot of work to do here. Keep adjusting this. It's close, but it's not close enough. I could do a 2 wide, which I might do that. Might do a 2 wide one. Or even, I could go as far as... no, I'm not going to do that. Alright, so what did I have? What did I have in here originally? Going across here. We had 2 across here, facing out. What do I have in here? Can't do that yet. Tell you what, might behoove me to just go ahead and take these floors out for a minute, so I can just pull these stairs all together. Because I just remembered, on top of having to get a chimney in, I've got to work out the roof situation in here. Let's swing over to the original and get another look at what's going on over there. Oh. Go see what I did over there and then use that as a cheat sheet. Good thing it's on this character, not a different character. Alright. Alright, here we go. So, as everything's loaded in. Let's head inside. CD shed door on that one. Okay. We made some changes though. Alright, so on the inside. Okay. So on the inside we've got an A-frame right here going up. Oh, snap. Let me see how it looks out here. Okay, so... Alright, that's... Okay, that's still doable with the, Alright, so we're going to A-frame going up on the inside. This goes across to here. That and that there. Oh, Lord. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, crap. Okay. Let's head back over and get that done. Oh, let me fast travel. Not looking forward to this. Let's do this. Fun. Let's hope we can get the rest of this without too many more hiccups. I think I'll lose my ever-loving mind if we have too many more issues. do 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 do. All right. Okay, so on the inside, from over here, I have to go up with an A-frame. Roofs. So I have to go up with an A-frame right here. And that's kind of... So we need to... I'm just trying to move this over instead of deleting it. So I've got a... I'm going to have to burn this one and this one out. Hopefully it doesn't look wonky. Let's see if we can get 2 for 1 here. Cool. Alright, Alex, we'll catch you later. Good to have you with us. Get that in right there. Please don't stick out. Good. Good, it doesn't stick out too. So that's good. We got that going for us. So the next thing that we got to do is go ahead and get this guy in. Which really, with that in like that, we didn't even need that wall where it was. So hey, win-win, win-win. We'll replace that to this guy and wallpaper it. Alright. So that's in. And then... Alright, so now I've got to work out how to get... Okay. Alright, we're going to set some more stuff on fire. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to use fire till it cooperates. We're going to make this a flat. And then I'm going to burn some more stuff down. This might not even work, come to think of it. So what I'm going to have to do is... Alright. Roofs, roofs, roofs. Get a roof in right there. And then get a roof in right here. And come to the outside. And then we're going to go ahead and snap in. Okay. Remove that. And then we're going to go ahead and snap in some pieces up here. Coming together. And this one needs to be deleted. So we'll just swap to a detached piece. Same thing over here. Come on back to a flat and then scrap it out or delete it out. Let's see if I made a boo-boo here. Okay, good. We'll replace this back to a flat and delete that out. Take this glass one back up to a arched piece, and that one is in. Alright. Okay, there is a double wall right here. I left out. Alright, that's in. This... Okay. Let me try to remember real quick. How did I bring these guys together at the top? I think I had another one of those arch deals right here, if I remember right. So, coming off of this half wall right here, we're going to go ahead and actually I think, yeah, just like this. And I kept the roof in on account of all that tying in. So let's go ahead and try to get our arches to snap in. Might need to remove these for a moment. Standing on the edge of these darn walls. Come on. Go in and in. Good deal. Wallpapers. And the middle room had this running all throughout. Keep wanting a jetpack, but this character doesn't have one. Alright, as of right now we got everything but our fireplace in. I'm going to repair that because that doesn't need to stay broken anymore. We'll go ahead and repair that. Why did I repair that? Because I needed that to stay broken. I'm a big fat dummy. I did not need to do that. That's okay. You know what? I think I'm going to leave that as tin. I kind of like that. Just kind of patched in there like that. Thank you, Scav. All right. And then right here we had... Ooh, intersecting object. My favorite phrase. It's probably this roof piece, to be honest. So let's just burn it. Burn it till it cooperates, shall we? Hey, would you look at that? Now, the real fun is going to come in when I have to put in the roof over this. Because I have a gut feeling, which earlier it kind of surprised me and it just worked like it never does. Okay, let me put in that one. The other one's going to be a fight. I may, for some... No, I'll use the replace option. So we'll shift these guys up to a raised piece, and we're just going to burn out all three of these in one shot here. Hopefully that'll let us get in the intersecting roof here. No, not too long. There we go. Boy, that looks like a mess. It's because it is a mess. Repair, repair, replace, back to flat, asbestos, and asbestos. Alright, then I have to do the same thing on this side. That's going to be fun. Which I think I'm going to burn this out first. Oh, I fell. Get back up there. repair. Go to the underside. Repair and replace back to a flat. I don't know, why give us square building materials in a round building area? It doesn't make sense. Okay. So that's done. This little bit, and it sounds like my character is hungry. That's all right. We'll just inject the hunger pains away. All right. Now, these two guys have to get burned out, and then I got to put in a roof going across that. And we're coming together pretty well. I still haven't done that darn chimney because I'm just dreading it. I really hate doing chimneys. Alright. Let's see. I guess what I'll do is I'll just do these one at a time using the replace option. What I'll do is I'll go to flats, do one side, and then reverse and do it on the other. And this one's going to go right up in here. Well, hopefully it's going to go right up in there. Okay, good. Now let's, you know what? Let's take a shot in the dark here and just, yeah, that was wishful thinking. I knew better than to think that would work, but you know what? Let me just see if I wonder if I can hit that from here without the need of replacing this side. Good deal. Come on. There we go. I could leave that tin. I don't know. Let's make it match. When you guys are building yours, if you want to copy this, do it however you want. If you like the patchwork. So I think I like just this one square being patched in as tin. Kind of looks like maybe they had to patch the roof. It wouldn't be all over. Maybe it would. Who knows? Let's see. And then I need to get a wall in right here. Probably going to do an industrial wall. But that'll be... Let me go back to the inside and get those upper floors back in. Which now... I think... Yeah, that's the bulk of the roof, except for the very back bit, which that's going to be really easy. And this guy comes across to here. And that is rendering invisible, even though I repaired it. Alright. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Alright. Now, back to the inside. Come on. Fall down. Okay. Kind of think this was a solid wall in the original build. Possibly even industrial wall there. I don't know. It might have been. Does that look right? I don't know if it looks right or not. Who knows what it was. Okay. We're so close. So this, on the back side, this was, if I'm not mistaken, it was just a simple A-frame. Oh, yeah, it runs thin though. It really does sometimes with this game. It runs. Alright. I have no idea what the rotation is up there now. That's okay. I know I had upper floors across this. Come on. Which this one doesn't matter because it's not even going to be seen, except for you definitely got to keep this line right. But as far as everything else is concerned, it'll be all right. And then right here, you go ahead and get in. No, we're gonna do we'll do the shack wall all the way across, and then our roof. The back, and then replace this to a flat for a moment. With that as a flat, we can go to our miscellaneous structures. Pretty sure it's under miscellaneous. Grab our satellite dish, which it might have been on the other side of the house. I'm not sure which side of the roof it was on. Just slap that in there, and then bring that back up. There you go. Got a satellite dish on the back. Yeah, if that was where it was, that's where it was. If it's not, then oops. You know, I'm not liking that. Let's make that a shack wall. There we go. Looks a little better. And this. Get back in the build menu. I must be on the outer edge. I sure am. We'll do that one in the shack wall, and then we'll take this one and change it back to the industrial. Kind of a patchwork look going on. I feel like I had... Might be wrong though. There we go. Now heading inside, let's go ahead and make sure we got our rotation on these floors up here right. Which I don't think I do. I'm gonna have to change it to a pattern floor to double check what's going on here. All right. This was a double. Pretty sure this was a double here. Yeah, it was. Yep, it was a double. So then I had an arch above that. Come on. Go in. There we go. Then on this exterior side, just get this in like so. Wallpaper it up. Oh, and repair this. There we go. That's looking pretty good. I think what I had for the railing up here, I had these guys right here. Oh, but before we do that, let's make sure our rotation on the floor is right. Go. I think, yes, that's right. All right, and I think up here I had the cherry wood in the other build. Seems like that would have been what I used. I'm not sure. All right, so now I'll go ahead and line up this guy right here. We're gonna strafe over. Okay. So this is overlapping with the it went up to the roof. Go figure. Okay. I love it when that happens. So these guys, I gotta do a merge on these. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. It should be really easy to put back in. Oh, watch me regret that. Okay. Alright. So hopefully, I'm going to pull this over here. Hoping it'll attach to this left one. Thank goodness. Okay. That looks fairly aligned. Pull that out, get a pressure plate here. Doop 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 doop. There we go. Nice and clean. We'll store that. And then scoot this over. Oh, we need to line it up. Make sure it's not crooked. Then scoot it over. Looking kind of wavy. There we go. Good enough. Good enough for demonstration purposes. If you want to make it perfect in your build, go ahead. Alright. Roof. Gotta put the roof back on. Again. There we go. And then over here you can just throw some decor on this. I think I had some junk stacked up on here. Alright. Oh, let's wallpaper this. And then in here, I had one of these. I think it was this one. It was probably this one. Just like that. And then to cover up the seam, if you want to, you just throw a rug down and then it'll cover that up. Yeah, that's this room. And okay, the thing I've been dreading this whole time is putting in the fireplace and chimney. Apart from that, everything else is pretty much there. Except for, we gotta get the junk fence around the porch too. I gotta adjust this guy because apparently it wasn't even touching the wall. Alright. So. Fun. We're pretty much there. It's looking really good. I'm liking that. Okay. The fireplace. So, there's a couple ways we could go about it. And let me see here. How do I want to go about it? I could just do the square one. It's a lot easier to hide the modern fireplace in the square one, where you actually double it up. Tell you what, if you want to build a fireplace, go check out my chimney tutorial. And if you want the chimney in it, or the chimney with the smoke, double it up, because there's no real clean way to get the modern fireplace in a single stack of these hunting lodge fireplaces. You gotta find a place to really hide it, and that's just a real pain in the behind. So, what I'm going to do, let me get my tables. We're going to make the cap real quick. I think cap. I had a couple of these guys. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 of these stacked up for the cap. I was going to grab some, throw it in some sinky dirt, and call that good. And then put this on top of here. Try to line it up. That's where it gets kind of fun, because the legs on these coffee tables, they aren't exactly the straightest. And they're just ever so much slightly wider than the fireplace. I'm going to try to strafe this over just a little bit. And hopefully that'll look good when it's merged down. So let's go over to a sinky dirt again. Or a pressure plate, however you want to do it. Just give it a couple of bumps here. That gets the cap done. Oh snap, I forgot to no, that's alright, we'll work it out. Come on. Just needed to go a little bit. So let's shift it over. Alright, I'm going to call that good. So, as you can see, it's pretty tall right now. If I drag it over here, where it's going to go. Which, I mean, this might work. If you want it to be really tall, I mean, you could go with this. Let's just jump up here. And actually, you know what? That's just fine. Actually, that's perfect. So what I'm going to do up here to cover up the second opening on the front of this is I'm going to take one of these guys, flip it facing in. Now, I could have done the drop merge from the top if I had been smart enough to remember. Oh, I had it for a second there. But that'll do. That'll do. Don't look too bad. We'll go with that. So next, we'll decide how far we want this to stick through. I kind of want it to stick through a little further, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this out. And here's something neat about these contemporary porches. Whenever you go to build something that's going to intersect with the roof on them, it's kind of strange how these operate. If these are already in place and you're trying to intersect through it, it won't let you do it. But if you pull out the porch and you line up whatever it is you want to intersect through it, so this little bit here, you grab this, you can walk it back in and it'll snap over. Which is, I got that a little crooked, so let's just readjust that. That's good enough. Hopefully. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty nice. And then up here, as you can see, it's... If I can get up on top of this, you can see it's kind of merged through and coming out just ever slightly into the porch. All right, next, let's go ahead and we'll burn that out. Hopefully, it's hit or miss with these fireplaces with collision. I'm hoping that I can just squeeze in a doorway here and everything will be good. And that's exactly what just happened. Good, good. All right, so with the doorway, and if I go to a solid wall, we'll go ahead and repair this. I'll show you what I'm on about. If I go to a solid wall, as you can see, it's kind of clipped through. But the doorway, you can, yeah, sink the fireplace farther into it and still have that recessed look on the inside for the fireplace bits. But anyways, let's go ahead and wallpaper this. And I should have left that broken because I have to put the roof in. So let's break that again, so we can put the roof on. The last step for the main part of the structure. We're that close after about an hour and a half. So I started at 121. So yeah, right at an hour and a half on this build so far. And we're there. I mean, we get that in, and then repair that. And then, heck, we can go and, all we got left now is to get the junk fences up, and we'll call this a winner. I think I'm gonna flip this around instead of it being the industrial here. I want to put the shack doorway in right here instead. I want the wood against it. There we go. That's looking good. It's looking real good. Got this solid door, or solid wall. Displays. And get this one here. And up here. That looks good. Go with that. Alright. Alright. Well, it's always easier to build them a second time than it is to build them the first time. I will be straight up with you. I mean, the first time I built this camp, it took me forever, it seemed. But like I said, it's always easier to build it a second time than it is to build it the first time. I'm going to go ahead and slap some wallpaper here. And go in here and do the same. I think I had this red wallpaper on the other build, if memory serves correct. I mean, it looks right. Alright, that's kind of floating off the window like that. You know what? We're going to fix that. So let's replace this You notice when I changed it over to the barn wall, these guys snapped closer in. That's an interesting thing. When you go different wall types, the snapping points on the faces of them are different for wall decor. So now, as you can see, that gap's not there anymore. All right. So let's just double check and make sure everything's good in here. Looks like it to me. Yeah. Short of not having any doors on anything, which just had a curtain on it in the other build. I think I had like a bunch of different stuff cobbled together in here for the door arrangement. I don't remember exactly what door was on what room, but I seem to recall maybe that. And I think over here I had this one. I don't remember which way it opened. And then on the back, on the front I had this one. I know this was on the front door. On the back door, I don't have a clue what I had. I think I had the mobile home door on the back. So in order to get that one in, we gotta snap a door in that will go, and then snap over to the mobile home door with replace. I think. All right, now we're ready to move on to the final touch, and that's going outside and getting the junk fences in around these porches. So this is not really super involved. It's fairly easy to do. Defenses. So first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and line up the junk fences where I want them. And some of these will just face up against and be fine. What's kind of funny with these is they never want to place flush up for me. I don't know why. I always have to go back and readjust them. So that's still not going right. Let's get this okay. So what do you mean there's an intersecting object? You can get that out of your mind right now, game. There's no intersecting object. At least not yet. There's going to be plenty of intersecting objects here in a minute. So what we're going to do with these is, which I might have brought that back too far. So you see, you can kind of trick it out. Yeah, I brought it too far. Pull this out, and you can actually get him in a lot tighter. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go around and pull these out and get these junk fences in. I think on this corner here, I had the one with the tires inverted. Had this one with the let's see. Okay, so this tire one against this corner here. Let's see, pull this one out. Now this one is a bit different in collision. I remember when I was doing the cabin the first time around, I actually had to break this one to get the porch to go back in. Fairly certain I did. Of course, I could be wrong. It went right back in. Okay. Not a bad thing at all. Not a bad shake. Probably need to bring this over, actually. Let's pull this back out. Scoot this guy over. And this might not be identical to the other build, but it'll be the same premise, same idea. So executed slightly differently, and it's a bit higher than the other one. But I think my floor level on the other build was higher, so I can't. I can't bring this in unless I break that. But you know, that's fine. We'll just leave that like so. So maybe this got busted out. You know, we'll just leave that like that. And coming around here. I'm gonna go with this one. Maybe I had I think it might have been this one that I had here. Pull this out. This one's going to be done slightly different than the others. Pull this out again. Get that in the right rotation. Okay. This may or may not want to go back in. Okay, it did. Cool deal. Alright. So let's get the flamethrower out. We'll try to get that railing in. There we go. No, don't repair that yet. There we go. And this isn't exactly the same as the other one, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Go. Oh. Don't be invisible. There we go. Alright. So that's looking fairly good. The other thing that the other one had. I gotta go to the gates. Fun stuff, these gates. And we're gonna freehand. I'm gonna try to painstakingly freehand one of these gates in here. How the heck did I do that in the other build? I don't know. Try to pull that back. And I gotta do the same thing on this side. There we go. That's in. Then same thing over here. It's gonna fight me. Go figure. Let's try to walk it up. Try to walk it up from the other side. Maybe it'll go. One little bit at a time. baby steps until we get it just right. And I think we're not quite there yet. Let's open this up. Get on the other side of it. Now that we got it this close, maybe I can just bring it that much closer. Hopefully it won't jump back. I wonder if, well, okay, this isn't, let me open this. Okay, so it will turn green. Alright, so with that out of the way, I wonder if I can scoot it back any further. Alright. No, wrong one. Okay, good deal. Good deal. So that's in. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Now we need to shift our attention to the back side. On this wall, I don't know if the original had it, but this one's going to have it. I'm going to put another junk wall right here. Now let's see, this the corrugated. So we're going to go with this pallet and tire one. If I can get it close enough. May have to pull some walls out to get this in here the way I want it. Yep. Let's just pull that out for a moment. Snug that up there. Hope I don't regret that. And I'm splitting hairs over a couple pixels now. I mean, is it really necessary? Okay, now let's try to get this back in. Hopefully it'll just snap right in. And hopefully when I go inside, it'll just snap in on the inside. The wall will just snap in. What wall did I have here before? It was a shack wall. Okay. Let's burn that out. Can build it better. And we might have a little bit of clip through. No, well, a little bit of barbed wire is poking through, but that's no big deal. All right. There we go. That looks pretty good right there. All right, now for this one. Which this one only needs one, so this is going to be pretty easy. I'll pull this out. Defenses, and I'm going to use this one right here. I should be able to slide that back in. And okay. Flamethrower. Now on the other build, if I remember it, the back of the house kind of sat lower. So the defensive junk wall actually went up a lot higher on the back porch than this one. But that's okay. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and put in another one of these gates. So let's just go ahead and get it turned the way we want it. And then once again, we're going to try to baby step it into position. Don't grab that, grab this. There we go. Looks close enough for me. I don't know what y'all think, but I think it's not good enough. Let's just pull this out one last time and bring this back just a little bit more. And there we go. Good enough. Good enough. And that is how you build the Cryptid Hunter's cabin. Not too hard. Actually. Okay, maybe it's an intermediate build. But it's not super bad. Oh, wait, that's rendering invisible. I bet it turns green. Nope, it didn't turn green. Okay, cool deal. So, yeah, with a few minor improvements from the original, the newly improved Cryptid Hunter's cabin, from beginning to end, minus furnishings and electricity. For the power, you can stash a generator right here in this double roof, and put a conduit to this corner, and a conduit... Oh, I just lost my controller. Just died. Go figure. Let me hop up for one moment. I will be right back with a new controller. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so the power. Okay, so on the power, you can replace these to a flat temporarily. Get a small Vault-Tec generator in right here, put a conduit on this corner, conduit on this corner, and what that should do, that should give you a radius of power that covers this side of the build. And then on the front bit, you can come over here and you can, in this empty space, you can get another generator and another power conduit up against this wall somewhere. And let's see, where else could... And you could get creative with power hiding too. You could hide it in a box, which I don't quite remember where all my conduits are hidden in my other build. But I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out whenever you go to build this. I mean, if you can build this, you can figure out some power. I mean, it's not super confusing. But yeah. So, who wants to see my newest build before I make a video on it while we're here on live stream? Let's see. We'll have a small chit chat about my new build before we come to an end here. A little cherry on top for today's stream. a sneak peek, if you will. Character. Yep, that would be the one. That was in Church's stream. Which, you know, it's kind of funny. I've got two builds. There was one that I teased like 2 weeks ago on my channel in the community post. It was a log cabin. And I had all the structure done, and I just lost all of my inspiration for that build. I had like major builder's block. I didn't know what I was going to do with the furnishings. And so I got on Google and I started looking for ideas. And as I was going through Google, I found this website that had floor plans and renders of all sorts of different styles of homes. And I saw this one particular modern home that I really liked. And I just like a spark of inspiration just clicked. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to build this in 76. I was looking at the angles and I was looking at how everything was layered up, and I was like, wait, this could be possible with a lot of headache. So it ignited a spark, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to build this. Oh, and as I was sitting around in a public server last night, I was shamelessly plugging my YouTube channel. It's like top quality camps. Nobody looked at it. So that was a waste and a half a budget. But anyways, move this camp module back down here on a line of sight, and I get stuck on that car. So a quick walk. Why did no what's going on here? Oh, it's the wallpaper glitch. All right. I can't stand that glitch. Bethesda needs to get on their stuff and fix it. I was so worried that something went wrong. Like, what's going on? So, let me walk around and look for some other walls that, didn't... It bugs me to no end, because this is one thing that really gets me. This darn wallpaper glitch. People show up at your camp, and even though on your screen everything's right, they'll be seeing something totally different than what you see. So as we're going through, I'm bound to see more stuff. But anyways, there's been a few changes since Church's visit. So I drop merged and added in these wavy Willard defensive walls, and hello, things shooting at me. I am really going to miss this laser. Rest in peace, nuclear winter. Oh. What's that? 3 days now? 4 days? I'm counting. until these get removed. Real bummer. But anyways, walking around the outside, we've got a nice little merged tree right here. And we've lined the right side of the drive with these rocks. I like the way that came out. That's with the modern lights, the little lamp. It's drop merged down into the foundation to have these little walk lights down here, leading to the driveway. Over here we've got this nice stonework around another tree that has been implemented into the structure of the home. And over here, and I know it doesn't look it at first glance, but these walls right here, even though they are reversed, what I did here is I actually wall merged them into a half wall on the inside. And you can kind of see that half wall from the inside poking through right here. I think I made it a steel wall. I might need to change it to a BOS or something. But that was a nightmare to do. And I wanted to go all the way up with it, but for whatever reason the game was giving me like collision errors. I mean, I'm breaking all the building rules, air quotes. So of course it was giving me collision errors. But yeah, so this bit right here, this was involved. And what's kind of funny is whenever I started building this, I didn't plan out any of the floor plan, any of the heights. I just came over here and I built this wall, this one wall right here on the front. And I was like, okay, I wonder if I can build this. I had this idea in my head. I had the picture of the actual house. I was like, okay, I think I can make this work. So I came over here and I started building it. And from there, I after building this one wall and how much trouble it gave me, I didn't want to tear it down and start it over again. So I just went with it. I was like, all right, let's just go and lay out the floor and hope nothing clips through. Like no unwanted grass or anything. And it came out pretty good. It started with this one wall and came off and did the other walls, and I did the roof. And the roof, that's another thing that was really hard on this one. So same as I showed off earlier in the stream, getting these clean angles by just manually setting the height and floating them. So that's what I did throughout this entire build, was custom wall heights to get these clean roof angles. And it continues down with more wall merging as these walls merge down into the foundation. This brick wall, as you see, this brick window is actually sitting at floor level, so it's lower than it would be standard, and that brought on its own list of challenges to go with it, which we'll see in a moment. And then coming around to the back, I did got this little hidden, not necessarily hidden, but like a hidden rock light, like kind of what you see in some of these high-end homes and whatnot. For accent lighting, they'll have fake rocks with lighting in them, so to shine a little light on the back side.
Shine a little light
Oh
on your face.
yeah. And right here, these are shack walls, and they're actually dropped down into the floor so that the bottom of them, when they're broken, doesn't show up here, so they just look like posts. So that's another small detail going on here. All right, and coming around, we're going to head to the inside. On right here, we got a conduit railing because I couldn't figure out a good thing to use this railing over here. Nothing really looked good, so I resorted to using conduit, which came out great. Right here is the BOS window that is also merged with glass. So I've got glass walls inside that.
Well, I post it on YouTube now. Showing everybody.
And coming to the inside, that's where all this wall merge comes together. Walking through into the kitchen. This is like 99% furnished. I'm still kind of tweaking it a little bit here and there, but for the most part, it's practically in its final state. So, coming around, we're going to walk over here into the living room, nestled right here in this little corner. Now it's a bit of a small build, but that was kind of by design. The cool thing, like I said, about building small is it gives you a lot more freedom when it comes time to furnish it. Yeah, and you don't have the temptation to go over budget. And there's a lot of offset walls in here too. This one's kind of shifted in. We've got the roof merged through this wall. And you come over here. Why is that like that? Another wallpaper issue. Can I fix that? Let's just give that a shot. See if I can. Wallpaper glitch. Okay, so in this little closet, we've got the laundry. The washer, dryer tucked in there. It's a little laundry room. And coming around to the side, As you can see, we got a return duct for the air conditioning tucked in there. Did you merge a table with the steel stash box cabinet? Yeah. That's exactly what I did over here on the countertops. Is the steel cabinets with the vault desk merged in to make the countertops. So that's exactly how that was done. And this is this is two dressers from the table category. The little, I'll show you which ones. Floor decor tables, and that's two of these guys faced in on each other and drop merged together. So that's how I made the island. Now, moving on. I kind of did a little restoration job on the stove to get rid of that broken glass by drop merging a stash box into the front of the stove. So that would be nice and clean. Up here we've got the clean office cabinet for the range hood, which I think looks absolutely spectacular. A Vaultic fridge. And now going through here into the hallway, we've got to the right, we've got a powder room, or a half bath, whatever phrase you want to call it. It's a little powder room here. And here's like a beam going through the ceiling. Setting up this custom heights, it's got to go somewhere. So we got this floating beam right here. And this is actually split two wall offsets here. One going a quarter into the front porch, the other going a quarter to the interior into the hallway, to get this half floor sized bathroom right here. So that was a tricky little detail. And then getting all the parts to merge together, the roof as well. And then coming into here, into the bedroom, we've got the curtains along the glass on the front. And a flat screen on the wall over here. And then the bed. The lighting over here just came out spectacular. I've got a recessed fluorescent back here. Kind of, that look to it right there. And then now, as I was talking about the challenges with having this roof lower in here, these walls lower. So you can see this is the window level. So the window's level with the floor. So when it came time to put in the bathroom, and I didn't even think about this at the time, it was a huge oversight. I was in here trying to put in the doorway, and I was getting collision issues. Like, what's going on? And I walked outside and I realized that the wall was sticking up through the roof. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I dropped down the wall and the roof is lower and the floor is higher. So then I couldn't put in the traditional doorway. So I had to makeshift something with these wavy Willard walls, which, yeah, I love these walls, and I'm getting stuck. They're so versatile. You can just get them. They look really good. You can kind of use them to patch in wall work where you need a wall, and yeah. So, anyways, here's the master bath, which it's got a curtain across it, but you know it's private. You know, it's in the bedroom, so I mean it doesn't really necessarily need to have a door. I would like to have the door, but anyway, I don't need it. Dictated by the fact that I couldn't actually get a doorway in here. But yeah, on the interior we got this nice oh, and once again merged in the glass walls to put glass inside the brick walls like they should have had from the start but never had, and also keeps people from just walking through the window. And then here's the his and hers double sink and mirror and shower. Yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and walk back out here. It's a real cozy house. It's got so many layers to it and so much complexity. I've already gotten quite a few tutorial requests between the community post and Facebook and the other places that I posted pictures of it. And I I don't even know where to start. Like if somebody was to ask me if I wanted to rebuild this house, I would probably say no. It was that much of a pain in the behind. Couldn't you have built a floating door? Yeah, if I had the foresight to have planned out for it. See, the catch with building floating doors now is you have to be able to get in the doorway. And when I'd already built all this, so this door is actually it's shifted over to the left hand side of the wall. So what I would have had to have done was I would have had to tear all of this down to get where I could shift the foundation over to get a temporary frame in to support a door. Now, if Bethesda, in their infinite wisdom, hadn't have patched the ability to build this door right here freestanding, I could have just as easily snapped in a door and called it good. But, you know, they love to take away all of our toys, and they deemed it necessary that, oh, you shouldn't be able to build floating doors. You don't, that's breaking people's immersion. So, yeah, had I had the foresight to build a frame and freehand it over, but after I'd got to a point where I was so far in the build, I didn't want to tear down this back side of the house just to get in the door. So I was like, a curtain will do. I'm not tearing it down for a stupid door. But yeah, that's where I ended up on that. So let's go ahead and go on through here. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating too because they keep clamping down on the building restrictions in adventure mode, and then they're going to be like, "Oh, hey, here's creative mode, but you gotta pay us for that. Got that monthly subscription fee." You know, I think this wall needs a painting right here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get a painting on this wall. Nice little. Let's see. So over here we've got a sailboat. So
7 times.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, don't.
What?
If it were you, you'd be throwing controllers.
No, I wouldn't. All right. That looks good. I like that painting there. That's nice. So, stepping out back. But perching an ugly box on top of a stair apparently doesn't break immersion. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Facebook. I post quite frequently in the Fallout 76 camps page on Facebook. All right, and on the back side, there's a beam that kind of runs through the house. I was kind of going for this this pallet wood. I wanted it to look like an LVL structural beam that was running through the center of the house, so it continues all the way out to the exterior. I thought it looked pretty cool, so I was like, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, it's frustrating. They got us by the cojones on that with the build system. They already know that 80% of the audience now is builders. All the PvPers left, so there's no PvP anymore hardly. And those who do PvP still, they just so cheesy. But anyways, that's a whole nother subject. But and they don't listen to the building community half the time, and then they make these really tone-deaf decisions that strip away all of our creative ability, and then you're continuously having to fight the grain and try to come up with new ways to do the things that used to be easy to do. There's a lot of things that I still don't understand why they had to take them out of the game. Like, what was it hurting to do? Like, for instance, these guys right here. I'm gonna have a snapping toggled off. All right, so now I'm gonna toggle snapping back on. Why? Why can't I snap this to the right? Why did they have to remove that ability to float these? Oh, it's floating. It's floating. We gotta fix the floating stuff. Yeah, well, you know, Bethesda, one thing you never gave us in this game was proper cabinetry. And then as soon as these counters came out, all the different varieties, a lot of builders realized, oh, hey, you know, if we flip them inside out and we put them backwards against a wall and float them against a wall, they look like cabinets. So we were using counters as cabinets. But no, they're floating. God forbid we have floating structures. But yeah, they didn't need to do that. And what they did whenever they broke that was they also broke couches, which they brought out later. I think they patched the counters in December, and they brought out the couches in January, and the modular couches. So here's what I'm on about with the couches. Say you're building a living room up, right? And you want to have, I don't know, one of these square rugs, right? So you got this rug here, and you decided, hey, you want to build a modular couch on your rug. So here comes the real frustrating part and all that. Delete that. I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Or that. Definitely don't need 28 letters. Better be careful here. Okay. So, Bethesda, in their infinite wisdom, whenever they patched out the ability to snap cabinetry together, they also messed up couches. So I'm going to build this couch on the corner of this rug. And what I'm going to do here, look at this. It needs support. It needs support. Now build to this side. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That didn't need support. But that needs support. Because they changed the rules for snapping things together off the side. If it even remotely detects that it's slightly floating, it throws a support error. And all that stems back to them patching out floating cabinets, adding in that extra support restriction when you're snapping things together. But conduits still operate as conduits do. And thank God they didn't change that. But, it's frustrating with Bethesda on a lot of things. they really, they get me going sometimes. I can't lie. So, there's a gentleman who asked a few moments ago about how I built my cabinets. So, the cabinets. There's like a lot of ways to do it. And here's what I did on this particular build. So if we walk in here, what I did on this build is I put a square rug, one of the large square rugs, on this foundation right here. And I built my cabinets at the corner of the wall, had them lined up where I wanted them on the floor, but built on the square rug. Then I took the square rug and I took it over to my camp module, and I floated the cabinets off of the rug using the float trick, using the camp module. So the cabinets were all supported by a single rug. Floated them up to the height that I wanted. Carried the rug back in with the cabinets floated up. And I snapped the rug down on this foundation with the cabinets in line with the wall. Then I took the foundation, I took it outside, and I did a drop merge with the foundation to put the rug inside the floor. Kind of like what I did earlier when I was doing the Cryptid Hunter's cabin, where I drop merged that conduit into the floor to hide it. Same principle is what I did with the rug in here. As I dropped it down to hide the rug, while these cabinets are all supported by the rug that's under the floor. There's another way you can do it too, where if you have like a flat roof above or a floor, you can drop merge the cabinets through the rug. So they're below it, and then you can put the rug on the ceiling, and it'll still hold all your cabinets, even though, yeah. Yeah, I know. If they just listened to us, this game would be 10,000 times better as far as the building system. As much as they keep fighting floating camps and all these, and I personally don't care what somebody else builds. I mean, it doesn't affect my game any. I mean, some things, which whether a person believes they should be in the game or not, trap camps, etc. And like I said, that's up to, your personal feelings on that. But giving us the ability to build floating structures, what does that hurt? I mean, at a certain point, people are going to find a way to float, and then you keep clamping down on the restrictions. You just keep making the game harder and harder for those who are wanting to learn how to build. Like, it shouldn't be as confusing as it is. And the worst thing that I can't stand is the collision. It's like they don't trust us to be able to build immersive builds. Oh, if we don't have these collision, then people are going to have all sorts of ridiculous things crisscrossed together and mishmashed and, babysit us a bit, don't you, Bethesda? But, to me, if they just give us the freedom to build freely and not in worlds, I mean, I'll enjoy the freedom to build freely in worlds, but at the same time, I want to have my builds in public. I don't want to be off in my own little sandbox where only my friends can come see me, which I kind of am right now, but that's only because I'm live streaming. But, I enjoy the freedom of just going around an adventure and seeing what other people have built and having the ability for people to come see what I've built without having to send out an invite and be like, hey, you guys want to stop what you're doing and come over to my buildy server and come look at my things? I don't want to have to do that. At a certain point, it's fun, to have the ability to do all these things, but I'd love to just have the ability to do these things in public on this game. Fairly. I haven't seen all the rewards for it yet, but I mean, it'll be something to do. I've been, up Boards Creek for a little while on this game for the last month or so since I finished the season. But, also having that freedom at the time not to be engrossed in doing a season gives me the ability to actually try to pump out some content on my channel here and come up with these new and complex builds. So I am sort of excited for it though. Yeah, I don't know what all the rewards are yet, so I can't tell you how excited I am. I can tell you that I was awfully disappointed with the season we just did. There wasn't really a whole lot in it apart from the washer and dryer that I was really pumped for. So who knows? Who knows how this new season's going to go? I know one thing I'm not looking forward to is the removal of my nuclear winter weapons. It's not going to be any fun. So, yeah. But yeah, here's my new build. Like I said, I'll have a video out on this one this week, probably. I mean, it's already practically furnished. It's fully built now. So, full showcase video is coming soon on this one to everyone who didn't tune into the live stream today for the sneaky peeky,
Sneaky peeky.
Yep, sneaky peeky.
Full-fledged stuff. That's what you did.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Full deep dive into my new build. Yep. Robot Collectron. Yeah. And there's a lot of things that I know one day they're going to inevitably fix that I don't want them to fix. There's been so many little tricks that I've used, especially with, say, the catwalks, for instance. Since I found out about those, they have become a integral part in the way that I build. And without the catwalks, this camp, I would have never even tried to do it. Um, there would have been so much more headache getting all this done without them. And honestly, if they patch that, it's going to be heartbreaking. I I've come to use it so much that if I go back to not having them, I'm going to be lost. It's And what game is this? It's The Sims 4. The Sims 4. Uh, The Sims 76. It's kind of funny to bring it full circle. I was on Facebook the other day and I saw somebody had posted they rebuilt the makeshift mega mansion in The Sims. It was a pretty good likeness. I found that absolutely hilarious. Oh, thanks, Chad. Appreciate that, bud. So, yeah. Oh, it's fun. And, there's so much variety with the build system. You can, uh, you can build any way you want. And I wish they would give us a lot more freedom with it. I really do. And not have it behind a paywall. That's just my feelings, though. I mean, not that I don't already have Fallout First, because atoms are exceedingly hard to come by, and the only way to get the fancy Atom Shop stuff is to open up your wallet every month to Bethesda. What's up, Tess? How you doing? Have you been lingering this whole time, or are you just now catching up with us? Yeah, I built this. Yeah, I built this 110%. This was many, many, many hours of hard work and curse words uh, to get all this put together. But yeah, this is my newest build. I'll have a showcase out for it pretty soon. So we'll have a nice little video showcase for this that condenses it down into a little 5-minute video for everybody to check out. As far as the tutorial is concerned, I don't see it happening just because of the overall complexity of it. I can try to showcase the techniques and tricks that I used to build it, but the actual build itself, is this game free, or how much is it? I just started playing games. It is, depending on your platform. If you're on Xbox, it is included with Games Pass. If you're on PlayStation, I'm pretty sure I want to say it's $39 in the PlayStation Store. But if you're a savvy gamer, you can probably go to a GameStop and pick it up in a bargain bin for like $10 on physical. This is on PS4, but you can play it on PS5. Um, so, depending on how you want to go about getting it, is where you're going to run into how much you pay for it. But then once you get into actually playing the game, in order to get all these decorations that I've got here, you won't have them out of the gate. Most of these are purchased through the Atom Shop. And the Atom Shop has a time gate on most of the stuff that is in it. And some of these things that I have in these decorations, they're from the seasons. So if you go down to my camp stuff, let's see. So we're going through these ones that I own. Some of these, like the Old West bar set and this Old West bar stool, they're limited run items. They'll come into the Atom Shop sporadically. Same with this red rocket bed. The Overseer's chair was from Nuclear Winter. Nuclear Winter's going away on Tuesday. However, they did say that they were going to shift the plans for the cosmetic items from Nuclear Winter to, I think, Treasure treasure pails or the holiday gifts and the daily ops, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know exactly.
Anything to make me not get.
But a lot of the nuclear winter rewards are going to come back to adventure mode, be earnable, except for the trophies. Most of these are limited run items that you catch in the item shop sporadically. They come and they go. Some of these other ones were freebies that I've only seen once. Like this eye chart, that was a freebie a long time ago, and I've never seen it back in the item shop. So there's limited exclusivity on a lot of these. This clean industrial fan was from a season scoreboard, so if you didn't play the season, then there's no route to get it. The Captain Cosmos bed, that one is a limited run. Also, it'll come and go, and in the item shop. Same with these Flatwoods posters. Twitch Prime sleeping bags was a limited run exclusive with Twitch Prime, and they have ceased their partnership with Twitch Prime. So the Twitch Prime rewards are legacy in a sense. It can't be gotten anymore for new players. The VTU trunk, I can't remember where that one came from. I seem to think it was Nuclear Winter. Grafton High Bed, this Atom Shop. King of Hearts poster was a limited time freebie. Thanksgiving case, limited run Atom Shop. Giant Letters, limited run Atom Shop. Same thing with the Gurney Bed. The Sleazy Heart Bed was a Fallout First exclusive, so that's likely to not come back. Grogneck Throne, once again, one of the cycled items. Atoms do cost real money. They give you some for free in the game. They do give you a little bit. If you go to your challenges when you start the game, you go down here to character. Now, it used to be a long time ago you would get atoms on the daily and weekly, but they changed it for the new score progression system. Kind of a bummer. But as you're playing the game, you'll get atoms quite a bit when you're first starting out, because you have all of these challenges you can do to get free atoms. But after a certain point, you run out of challenges to do, and you won't be getting any more free atoms for the most part from the challenges system. Where you'll find your atoms then, after you've gone and done all your challenges, you'll be getting them through the scoreboard progression, which it's like every 10 levels, you get 150 atoms on the scoreboard. So that's where you're going to get atoms for the most part. And the scoreboard runs about 3 to 4 months at a time, 3 months on average. So once every 3 months, you'll get a new scoreboard, and over the course of the scoreboard, you get a 2,000 atoms. This is 1,500 plus a bonus 500 at the end, so 2,000 atoms off the scoreboard.
That's throughout the scoreboard.
No, that's the total of the whole scoreboard. So there's that, and apart from that, the only other way to really get atoms is to either purchase them or to buy a Fallout First membership. The Fallout First membership is $13 a month, or you can pay, I think it's $100 a year, and every month they give you a monthly allowance of 1,600 and is it 1,650 or 16 even? I don't remember. I think it's 1,600 atoms every month. So when you look at the cost of atoms, the first membership is basically paid for by the atoms that you get. So if you want to get a lot of the fancy cosmetics, you got to buy them with the atoms. After you've done all your challenges. That's where like I said, that's the crux in it. When you've played the game so much that you've got no more challenges, the only other place you can get atoms for is from Fallout First, the scoreboard, and purchasing atoms on the up and up, because there's just no other ways to earn them. And 5,000 hours. Is that how long I've been playing? Really? 5,000 hours? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess so. 49. Cool. I'm that much closer to getting 760 atoms. I mean, it's only been 3 years that I've been playing this game. Oh, man. But yeah, that's that. Oh, and then sometimes they'll give you, which I don't think I've ever seen free atoms in the atom shop, but they'll give you free stuff too as you're going through. Like today, they're giving out free gold bullion, which is one of the many currencies in this game. But yeah. Yep, that's for sure. All right. Oh, goodness. We got 3:56, so
You need to go to the store.
we've been at this a pretty good while. Yeah, it is kind of a small reward after 7,600 hours. You're right about that. It really ought to be 7,000 atoms for the amount of abuse I've put up with over the last 3 years playing this game. That's weird. It's like that abusive relationship, your abusive boyfriend or girlfriend who's not really, they're not that bad once you get to know them. I swear they're going to change. Would you be willing to teach me when I buy it? That's
Simple enough.
it's kind of I'm kind of stretched really thin with everything I got going on. But man, it's been forever since I've played from the beginning. I wouldn't even know what it's like today. I know it was interesting whenever I first started playing this game because when I first started, everybody else was starting. So we were all kind of learning together. And now it's like you're coming into this environment and then everybody knows everything. So it probably won't take you long if you turn on that mic in area chat, and you'll find plenty of company. That's for sure. People to play with that'll be on your level. And
well, I'll play with them.
And you'll be able to kind of, instead of feeling carried, you'll feel that sense of gratification that, and
or
frustration, depending. But for me, whenever I first started playing out this game, I'm actually happy. I would say, in hindsight, I'm happy that I got to experience the progression from the standpoint of fresh eyes and just finding everything on my own when I first started out, and not having it shown to me as far as how to build a character, or after a certain point. And I would advise, when you're first starting out, definitely don't engage in PvP and don't take workshops because there are people out there who are going to grief you and try to take advantage of you and your relative newness to the game. And it can be frustrating with PvP because there are ways that people will initiate PvP handshakes against you and they'll grief you, and it can be very frustrating.
Don't hurt.
But my PSN is the same as my YouTube, so just shoot me a friend request on here. Make sure you have a message with it, because I get randoms all day long, and if there's no message with the friend request, I usually ignore them. But I'm sure I could help you out with gear or anything like that. And the reason my health's so low is I'm running a bloodied build, which is just one of the many different builds in the game. There's okay, Jonah.
Woke up.
Yep. So there's a variety of builds in the game. As you're playing, you'll figure out what is more suited to your style. They've introduced a lot more legendary armors and different legendary effects to accompany these builds. So whatever style that you, and like I said, as you're playing and you decide what you want to do, then you'll find a build style that fits the way you're gonna play.
Jonah, okay, bud.
Let's see, in my honest opinion, the log cabin set just works out a lot of the times and looks good. Where's your base at? This particular one is right here near Poseidon Power Substation. So whenever you start the game, you're actually going to pop out right up here at Vault 76. And what I would recommend, seriously recommend, before you really get, like, I mean, some people, like, I remember when I first started, I was just about discovering as many locations as I could. And this area right over here, the forest region, this is kind of like the beginner region. You're not really going to run into a lot of stuff that's really a threat to you at a lower level. I mean, you might have some challenge in certain places, like over at Point Pleasant. It's now full of Mothman cultists. And up here, now this used to be super mutant country up here at the lumber company, but when they had the Wastelanders update, they put a bunch of raiders up there now. So there's that. And Jonah, buddy, please, quiet down, bud.
We know they can't be quiet all day.
I know. And let's see, over here in the Toxic Valley, this is more of an intermediate difficulty. And coming down further south, you've got the Ash Heap, which, once again, kind of intermediate. It's not super high level. And coming over here to the right, you've got the Savage. This is where it kind of steps up into the harder enemies that you'll come across right through here. And the mire and the cranberry bog. So the mire is a bit more difficult as far as enemy strength in regards to stepping up from the Savage Divide. This is a little bit more difficult. And then the hardest area is the cranberry bog. So definitely not a place you want to run to as a newbie. But yeah. But one thing I would recommend, like I said, when you start out, just do the story. A lot of doing the story will get you levels pretty quickly. Going through the actual quest line, armor and weapons you won't be able to get access to until you're level 45 or 50. So don't worry about maxing out your builds on the low level armor. So just worry about getting the story, getting your experience up, and getting to level 50. Then, once you play through the story and you've got your level up, then really the end game to this is really kind of a loot fest. Once you've done all the story missions and whatnot, after that it's just grinding out, trying to get plans and either building or maxing out your personal build and trying to max out that damage. And then if you decide you want to go down the PvP road, then there's a whole other list of things that I could go into on that. But anyways, like I said, if you want, whenever you first start the game, like I said, you can shoot me a friend request on PSN. My PSN is the same as my YouTube, just StoleYaSweetroll. Send a message with it so I know who you are, because like I said, no message, no approval. It's just my policy on that. So let me know who you are, not your personal name, just like why you're messaging me, what you're from, what's the reason, and then I'll decide whether or not to approve you from there. And when you get the game, if I see you in server, I'll come swing by, send you a message, and ask you if there's anything you need. I can probably hook you up with some low-level armors and weapons and some ammunition to get you going, and go from there. But anyways, hey buddy, do you want to come say hello? Hey, do you want to come say hello, buddy? Jonah, you want to come say hello? Huh? No. All right. Well, anyways, I think I'm going to wrap things up. Little guy's kind of restless. I got things to do. I've been on here a pretty good while with you guys today. We got a lot done. So if anybody has anything else, go ahead and drop it in the comments before I get out of here. And if not, I will, let's see, in the pipeline right now we've got, last night I dropped a quick tricks video, so you can go, if you guys haven't seen it yet, you can go check that out. In the next couple days I'll have a full showcase video on this camp, and then probably be back again on Saturday, the next Saturday, for another build and chill session. And I'll take if there's anything you guys want me to showcase or anything, drop them in the comments. And next week, kind of give me some ideas on what to do in the future build and chills. But yeah, like I said, this week we'll have the showcase on this camp, and then next Saturday we'll have a child screaming in my ear. Next week we'll have another child screaming in my ear. Next Saturday around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'll be going live again, hopefully, provided nothing comes up. And we'll go from there. So, anyways, until next time, as I get beat up by my child. This has been StoleYaSweetroll. I do appreciate everybody who has stopped by today, who has watched the stream. You guys have a great day, and until next time, as I get shot at and screamed at, my goodness, I am sorry for your ears. This has been StoleYaSweetroll signing out. Until next time, have a happy day, wonderful day, and happy building.